So today we're going to be doing isomorphic strings. So given two strings S and T, determine if they're isomorphic. Two strings are isomorphic if the characters in S can be replaced to get T. All occurrences of a character must be replaced with another character while preserving the order of characters, and no two characters may map to the same character, but a character may map to itself. Okay, so it's basically from these examples you can see it's sort of looking at the order of each word and making sure it's set the same. So in the sense that if it's like 1 2 3, word 2 also has to be 1 2 3 in the sense that it's three different letters. Or if it's 1 2 1, then word 2 would have to be 1 2 1, where the first letter is the same as the last letter. So let me look at the rules here. Okay, so we know that the length of each of the two words is equal. So I think that a way I can solve this is using hash maps. So if I can convert each of these strings into just the bare pattern using just the numbers, so like egg could be 1 2 2, and this would also be 1 2 2, and then each new digit would be incrementing each new letter would be incrementing the digits, and then every letter's value, every letter's corresponding digit would be stored in the hash map. And then if I have that, I can create a integer string representation of each of the two strings S and T to then compare their patterns. So okay, so what I'm going to do, and I think that I can do this at the same time in one loop, basically, because they're both the same length. So what I'm going to do is first I am going to I'm just thinking if I should use a hash map or a hash set. But I think I'm gonna go with a hash map. Yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna initialize two hash maps. So hash map integer. Sorry, char. Call this S map. And then we'll do another one for T map. Okay, and then int S index equals 0, int T index equals 0. These will store the current indexes of each of our digits. So like for E it would be 0, and then for G it should increment to 1. Not the index, but I guess just the number representation. Okay, so now I have this set up, so I'm going to do a for loop for I equals 0. I is smaller than s dot length I plus plus. Okay, and then actually something I need so for each string I want to convert it into a integer string, right? So I'm going to need those actual strings. So let's do a string s int, so let's do int s equal string whatever, int s equals this, string int t equals this. I can't really think of a better name, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so okay, for each element, iterating through each of these, right? So first thing I want to do is okay, so if s map dot contains s dot char at I int s plus equals s dot s map dot get I think it contains key. Okay, so if it's in the hash map, then I'm going to simply just get the value, right? So if we're on the second G, for example, then G, there's going to be a value in the hash map for that, so it's just going to get the same number, and we're going to increment it. Chart I, yeah, which should be in there. Otherwise, I'm going to put it into the hash map. Okay, otherwise I'm going to increment it. So s index plus plus. Then I'm going to do s map dot put s dot char at I s index, and then I'm going to int s dot plus equals I'm just gonna search up how to convert integer to char. Okay, I think it's just okay. So there, integer dot toString, and then we'll do this one here. So integer to string, this one here, and then again, integer dot toString. Okay, so I think this logic makes sense. So basically, if it's not already been found before, the letter, meaning it's not in the hash map, then we're gonna increment this. It doesn't have to be incremented, but it can be incremented after as well, but I just want to do it this way so it starts at 1. We're gonna put it into the hash map, and then we're also gonna add to our string. And then the next time we reach this same character, it'll be in the hash map, right? And then if it isn't the hash map already, then we're simply just going to add that value to our string. And now I want to do the same thing for my other one, right? So if tmap.contains key t.char I, then t index plus plus tmap int t integer string tmap.get t tmap.put t.char I t index integer t.toString t index, and then so we're just doing the same thing here, right? So if it's in there already, we're going to add it to our string right here. Otherwise, we're going to put it in the hash map and run it. And we're using two different indexes. Okay, I think so now that we're out of this for loop, I think we can just compare the two. I think that should work. I think makes sense. Should be able to. I'm just trying to say, why is this like? Okay. Yeah. So now that we're out of the for loop, return int s dot equals int t. I'm not sure if these are the right. But yeah, let's run it. Okay, there we go. Not the best in terms of time complexity, but we got the answer done.